When it comes to incentive and recognition, some of the challenges we see out there are quite clear. Some companies are using incentive and recognition as a form of compensation. Instead of having a stick, they're using a carrot. But the problem is, you go and ask them, so if an employee went above and beyond, what would they get? And usually it's a $25 gift certificate. And that's not going to inspire anyone. If we are shooting for exceeding customer expectations, if we are targeting employees making a personal choice to bring their sincerity, their caring, their excellence, their creativity, their decision making, we need to create an environment that will invite them to do that. They will need to absolutely make their own choice. You cannot incentivize people to do something they don't believe in. You need to focus on them believing in it and giving them the tool to get it. But when they do deliver it, you cannot take it for granted. Incentive and recognition is not just another compensation package. It's supposed to inspire, it's supposed to recognize those who make the personal choice. Make no mistake, if they do not want to make the personal choice, they will not make it. Whatever you will gain will be short-term because they don't have the long-term belief in doing it internally. But when they do that, let's make sure that they absolutely understand why we are doing it, and then put together inspiring incentive and recognition programs that will set them on fire. A friend of mine was the general manager for the Intercontinental Hotel in Atlanta. And when he met with every employee before they started, he would tell them, if you did not receive a compliment, you did not do the job. We are all about obtaining compliments from our customers. If our guests did not feel that the experience was that great that they will actually say thank you and compliment you on your performance, you missed the whole point. And that leads us to evaluation and compensation. Many times, our performance, our employees' performance, is a reflection of what we measure. You are what you measure. If you put a certain target to people, that's what they're going to focus on. So measure what matters. If you measure internal processes and not the customer, then guess what? You're going to get the internal processes at the expense of actually leading with the delighting the customers. Make sure that you actually set the evaluation and compensation program around customer behaviors. Did we increase the customer wallet share? Did we decrease the customer attrition? Did we get more thank you letters? I remember working with a technology company, and their salespeople were focused on productivity to the point that they were selling and promising and over-promising to the customers without any regard to the customer disappointments in the back end. And it got so bad that actually the financial analysts were berating them for that behavior. Eventually, when the company changed the compensation plan, here's what they did. They held 30% of the salespeople commission until a customer will send a letter that will say, yes, we have received what we paid for. Only then would the salesperson receive the rest of their commission. Guess what happened? All of a sudden, the overpromising disappeared, and salespeople will focus on delighting customers and making sure that they receive exactly what was promised. We need to align evaluation and compensation according to the ultimate judge, that is the customer. And it doesn't matter if the person is customer-facing or behind the scene. They all need to have a component of their compensation and a meaningful component of that compensation tied to the customer experience. To compete in this customer-empowered era, we need to have organizations, complete organization, the whole organization, focus on the customer. They need to make the transformation from product-centric to customer-centric. To do that, it's not just a poster, it's not just a mug, it's not just a t-shirt. It's a conscientious transformation from processes and procedures that were very product-centric and moving them toward the customer-centric. We need to empower our employees at every interaction to be able to solve the customer problems and create an environment that will invite them to bring their sincerity, to bring their commitment, to bring their creativity. Your paycheck doesn't buy it. Your paycheck buys you attendance. Customer-centric organizations deliver performance, and in order to do that, they need to remember who they serve and what impact they make on their customers. These are the organizations that will be able to differentiate, innovate, and ultimately profit from their customer experience.